In a small village called Ojimerai lived a man called Bola. Bola was tired of being poor. Not just hungry, but forgotten. People passed him like he was nothing. One evening, as he walked through the forest, he heard two hunters talking. "There is a mat hidden in this forest," one said. "The forest mat." The other replied, "Anyone who finds it will become rich." Bola stopped walking. His heart began to beat fast. "But it comes with rules," the first hunter added. That was all Bola needed to hear. The next morning, Bola went back. Not for firewood, but for the mat. He walked deeper into the forest, until everything became quiet. Too quiet. Then, he heard water. A small stream. And beside it, lay an old mat. But Bola was not alone. A spirit knelt by the water, drinking slowly. It stopped. Then turned. "You came for it," the spirit said. Bola nodded. "Then listen carefully." The spirit spoke. "Give to the poor. Lay on the mat every day. No one must ever see it. And never let greed grow in your heart." The air felt heavy. "Break these rules, and the mat will take more than it gives." Bola swallowed. "I will obey." The spirit stepped aside. "Then take it." That night, Bola spread the mat on the floor. He laid on it and waited. Nothing happened. No sound. No change. Minutes passed. Then hours. Still nothing. Bola sat up. Anger filled his chest. "So the spirit lied to me." He pushed the mat aside. "This is useless." That night, he slept hungry and disappointed. The next morning, Bola went to his farm. "If I don't work, I won't eat," he said. He lifted his hoe and struck the ground. Clang! He froze. That was not soil. He dug again. Clang! His hands began to shake. He cleared the dirt. A bag. Old. Heavy. He opened it slowly. Gold. Bright gold. Bola gasped. This is not possible." He dug another spot. Clang! Another bag. More gold. Every place he dug, gold answered. Bola dropped to his knees. Laughing, shaking, crying at the same time. His life had changed. Days passed. Then weeks. Bola became rich. Very rich. He built a big house. Bought land. People who once ignored him now greeted him with respect. But every night, no matter what, Bola still laid on the mat. Soon, Bola married 2 wives, Zainab and Halima. His house was full, but his heart was not at peace. Because of one thing: the mat. Every night, he locked his door carefully, checked it once, then again, only when he was sure. He brought out the mat and laid on it. At first, Bola helped people. He gave money, fed the poor, smiled often. But slowly, fear entered his heart. What if it stops? What if the gold disappears? So he began to change. He gave less, helped less, trusted no one. Even his wives noticed. "You are not the same," Halima said softly. Bola looked away. "I am fine." But he was not. One afternoon, an old woman came to his house. Her voice was weak. "My son is very sick," she said. "Please, help me." Bola stood at the door. She continued. I only need a small coin, so I can buy medicine. Silence. Bola looked inside his house. Gold was there. Plenty. He remembered the rule. Give to the poor. But fear spoke louder. If I start giving, it may finish. He shook his head. I don't have anything. The old woman looked at him. Long and deep. Then she nodded slowly. And walked away. That night, Bola locked his door again. Tighter than before. He laid on the mat. But something felt wrong. The air was cold. Heavy. Then, a voice. You have changed. Bola sat up quickly. The spirit stood in the room. The woman you refused. The spirit said slowly. Was me. Bola's body went weak. She only asked for a coin. And you had more than enough. Bola fell to his knees. I was afraid. The spirit's eyes darkened. You chose greed. You closed your heart. And now, the room began to shake. Everything will close. The mat started to fade. No. Bola shouted. But it was gone. The next morning, Bola ran to his farm. He dug. Nothing. Again. Nothing. No gold. No miracle. Days passed. No work came. No money came. Silence returned. Just like before. Sometimes, it is not what you have. It is what you are willing to give. Because sometimes, one small coin can protect a great blessing. So tell me, if you were Bola, would you give that one coin? Or keep everything out of fear?